I just got this in. Now, I'm not a big Q-tip using kind of person at all. I don't use Q-tips that often. But when I do need to use Q-tips, I find that sometimes the Q-tips are too flimsy. And I do buy the main brand or whatever the Q-tip brand that comes in the blue box. And they bend easily, and I just find that they don't work as well. Most of the time I use Q-tips. What I use Q-tips for is to wipe things, clean things, the end of computer parts and you know, the silver pieces. I'll just kind of wipe it down, not carefully, not to leave that white residue that the Q-tip sometimes leaves behind. That's pretty much what I use Q-tips for. But I saw this and I thought, you know, it'd be a great idea, instead of me having to reuse Q-tips over and over again. Maybe I'll just get what's called the LastSwab. So it's a reusable Q-tip, and I'll use it. I'm not going to show you me using it, but I will use it. I will use it and let you know how I feel about it. Just my opinion. And like I said many times in my video, it doesn't mean anything, my opinion. Oh, okay. So it even has a QR code. Wow, we're getting fancy now. So I'll scan this, and this will be at the end. And this is all the instructions. A Q-tip with a QR code. That's pretty amazing. And this is the whole unit itself. Let's do a measurement. This is the thickness. And this is the case for it. So I believe that you just use it and then you just rinse it off, and that's all there is to it. This is the whole case itself. I'm wearing gloves so that I don't dirty it. And you open it by pushing here and holding the bottom. It opens. And wow, it's got its own little throne. And let's take it out. It's pretty strong. Let me get a rough estimate of size. Now, when you use Q-tips, okay, you know, I've heard of stories of people injuring their ears when they have these in their ear, and they will actually forget that they have it in their ear. Make sure that whenever, this is just my opinion, make sure that when you ever use a Q-tip, you're in an area where no one's gonna come past you or by you. You know, don't do it in the hall, you know, in the middle of an office or somewhere where there's others around. Do this at a safe location. So dangerous and so easy to injure your ear. Do this away from a door. So let's say you're in the bathroom and you're facing a mirror, like my mirror in the bathroom. My door to the bathroom opens up to the mirror. So if you have this in your ear and somebody comes in, it can really hurt you. Even if you lock the door, always assume it's open and someone can come through. So step away. I step away towards the window, which is away from the doorway when I use this. I don't need to look in the mirror to use this. Be very, very careful. I only do it in isolated areas. I don't use a Q-tip while watching TV or anything like that. I do it in a safe location away from doors and people. I can't tell you enough. Concentrate on what you're doing. This is very dangerous. My opinion is very dangerous. You could really hurt yourself easily using a Q-tip. So it's a hard piece. This is what I like. It's not gonna bend like the Q-tip. You know how the Q-tip bends and you just can't get everything out because the Q-tip bends. And let me see. I'm rubbing the tip on my upper lip just to see the sensitivity. And because I have gloves on. In the middle, it seems like a firm I can't say plastic, a firm material, I don't know what it is. And then the end pieces seem like a piece of soft rubber. Not really like a felt-like type of material, but more like a rubber type of material. And I guess the little notches at the ends, they allow you to get in there and clean where you need to catch. Now, let me see again, that piece. And it's not that thick. Okay, about 1/4 of an inch it looks like. But like I said, be very careful. I'm not showing you how I'm using this. I'm going to use it like a regular Q-tip. If you need to look up how to use a Q-tip, look it up. I'm not showing you that. I'll let you know in the next part of this video how I feel about it after using it. I'm going to try to use it for a few days, and I'll get back to you. And again, they have its own little throne. Make sure your hands are clean when you're using this. You are putting this in your ear, which goes into your body. I think the ear is a mucous membrane, so just be careful. Keep this in a clean area. Don't just throw it around. It's contained. It's going in your ear. I get very OCD about cleanliness when it comes to that. All right, so I hope this works, and it'll be my last swab. Let me come back and let you know what I feel. After using for over a week, I don't use Q-tips often, but because I'm reviewing this product or looking at it or letting you know how I feel about it, I ended up using it I try to use it at least once a day. It's a good idea. It really is a really good idea. So the concept, it's a great idea. So after a week of using this, it really helped. And I guess the reduction of constantly using the Q-tips you purchase at a CVS or other store that sells, pharmaceutical items. It's a good idea. I mean, it's not going to last forever. This is not the buy a Q-tip and never need one again. You're going to still need, this is going to eventually wear and tear, but it does get the job done. What I like the most about it, especially when you are using it, is that sometimes, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are Q-tip brands that are not real Q-tips. They're really cheap, and you end up buying them and you put them in your ear, and the little pieces of that white stuff at the end of the Q-tip ends up getting stuck in your ear. I've been through that. I've purchased cheap ones in the past, and you end up having to throw the whole thing away because it just comes apart from the actual stick that it's on. So this saves you from that. You're never going to get anything stuck. It should last a really long time. It's going to eventually wear and tear. This does have give, so it's going to eventually wear. I think more in the middle it's going to wear. But it's a great idea. I think it's pretty cool. You don't need to go look for Q-tips, or, we tend to grab like 10 and we only use a couple, and then we put it back after we've touched the Q-tips, and now someone else takes those Q-tips, puts it in their ear after you just touched it. Or let's say you have a guest, they go into your bathroom, they see it, they grab a bunch and they don't use them all, and they put it back, and now their hands, the transfer of germs from their hands to the Q-tip that they just put back into the packaging, now you're putting that in your ear. This solves that issue. This is your own personal Q-tip. So I keep this in a drawer away from everyone else so no one can use it or accidentally use it. And, I like it. For $10, it's not a bad deal. It's not a bad price for the reusable Q-tip. I wouldn't say it's the last, but it is going to last a really long time. It's going to really be used for many ear swabs. It does a good job. I have no complaints about it. It works. I feel since the ends are much more kind of stronger, you get in there and you really get a good cleaning compared to the Q-tip, where they, after spinning it and using it, it tends to give. This won't give. This will really do a good job in making sure that you get in there and you get whatever you need cleaned. So that's my view on it. I'm no Q-tip expert. I purchased it and I thought I'd share this information with you. And one of the nice things about this is real simple to clean. You get a little bit of soap and water. You rub it at the ends. Make sure your hands are clean while you're doing this to make sure you're not transferring germs onto the tips. Use a little soap and water. You clean everything off. Rinse it. I rinsed it under very, not super hot, but warm to hot water. And it did just a fine job to remove everything. Sometimes you're not going to get everything in the little crevices, but keep rinsing it. It'll end up removing anything that's left behind. So I hope the video helps. I hope you liked it. Thank you. Bye.
LastSwab Reusable Cotton Swabs for Air Cleaning Eco-Friendly Q-Tips Bio-Based Carrying Case Easy to Clean Polar Bear White, November 24, 2020. Cost, $11.95. Purchased on Amazon's website. Black check mark, environmental. LastSwab is a reusable, sustainable and sanitary alternative to cotton swabs, cotton buds, and Q-tips. One LastSwab is meant to replace 1,000 single-use cotton swabs. Black check mark, durable material, high quality and innovative design. The reusable swab is made of a stiff, compact nylon core with flexible and soft medical silicone on each end. Black check mark, corn-based carry case, comes with a convenient and biodegradable carrying case that keeps your reusable Q-tip stored away safely. The packaging it comes in is made of eco-friendly cardboard. Black checkmark, zero waste Q-tips, let's free our lives from single-use items. Every year, trillions of single-use plastic products are consumed and thrown away. By purchasing LastSwab, you are helping reduce harmful waste to positively impact our environment. Black checkmark, how to clean. LastSwabs are easily cleaned with water and soap. You can also use a disinfectant like rubbing alcohol to sanitize it. Nervous sweat, with the basic version we recommend those with a more liquid earwax consistency use it when dry, and those with a firmer earwax consistency use it after a shower. Product description. LastSwab Cotton Swab. Easy to clean. LastSwab is the sanitary, reusable alternative to single-use swabs that can be cleaned using soap and water. Good for our ocean friends. Even paper, wood and hemp cotton swabs are bad. The CO2 emissions from the production and transport of these single-use cotton swabs are enormous for just being used once. Let's make single-use cotton swabs a thing of the past. High quality. Both our two innovative designs feature a soft feel tip made of TPE. It is delicate enough to be suitable for sensitive body parts, and so precise that it'll become a makeup essential. LastSwab. Female founder, Isabelle Agard. LastSwab. Isabelle Agard, 29, is a designer by trade and eco-conscious by nature. Frustrated by all of the single-use products out there, she decided to design innovative solutions to wasteful habits that make a lasting positive impact. Last Object was founded in 2018 with the first product being LastSwab, 2019, and then Last Tissue, which was brought to life earlier this year. Isabelle also just gave birth to her first child, a healthy perfect boy. As an eco-fighter and power mom that always leads by example, she truly stands by her products and hopes to inspire others to adapt to living sustainably. Product details. Color Polar Bear White. Package dimensions, 4.33 by 0.98 by 0.71 inches, 0.71 ounces. Manufacturer LastSwab. ASIN, B07TTDD6B6.